Verse in the gospel reading. The Holy Gospel, Jesus continued, "A little while and you will no longer see me, and again a little while and then you will see me." Then some of his disciples said to one another, "What does he mean by saying to us, 'A little while you will no longer see me, and again a little while you will see me, and because I am going to the Father?" They said, "What does he mean by this, 'a little while'? We don't know what he's talking about." Jesus knew that they wanted to ask him, and so he said to them, "Are you discussing among yourselves what I meant when I said, 'A little while and you will no longer see me, and again a little while and you will see me'? Very truly I tell you, you will weep and mourn, but the world will rejoice. You will have pain, but your pain will turn into joy. When a woman is in labor, she has pain because her hour has come. But when her child is born, she no longer remembers the anguish because of the joy of having brought a human being into the world. So you have pain now, but I will see you again, and your hearts will rejoice, and no one will take your joy from you. On that day you will ask nothing of me. Very truly, I tell you, if you ask anything of the Father in my name, he will give it to you. Until now you have not asked for anything in my name. Ask, and you will receive, so that your joy may be complete." This is the gospel of the Lord. Please be seated. These Wednesdays in Lent, we are looking at the 7 last words or phrases that Jesus spoke from the cross. We looked at the first one on Ash Wednesday, which was, "Father, forgive them." Then last week, we looked at the repentant thief on the cross. "Today you will be with me in paradise." And today we look at the beloved disciple John and the mother of Jesus, Mary. Here are the words from John's gospel. "When Jesus saw his mother and the disciple whom he loved standing near, he said to his mother, 'Woman, behold your son.' And then he said to the disciple, 'Behold your mother.'" Jesus and his mother. Normally, when we picture the two of them together, it's quite different, isn't it? Far from the agony of Lent, more like Christmas time, right? How does the carol go? "Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright. Round yon virgin, mother and child, holy infant, so tender and mild, sleep in heavenly peace, sleep in heavenly peace." Yes, the familiar Christmas picture of Mary holding her newborn son in her arms. I cannot imagine the pain Mary was going through on Good Friday, seeing Jesus, the baby she once held, now dying on a cross. Then he was pink with new life. Now he is ashen white in death. Then he had cried out with his first happy baby cries from a newborn. Now he cried out, my God, why have you forsaken me?" That night had been bright as day, as the glory of the Lord shone round about. But on this day it had turned into night. Then the angels had shaken the sky with song. Now the earth quaked and rumbled in sorrow. Shepherds had come to worship and adore. Now men cursed and turned away. Wise men brought their gifts of gold and now a betrayer was holding a bag of 30 coins. Then Mary held him in her arms, and everything was just beginning. Now she saw him die, and it all seemed to have ended. Do you remember how this family started, the Holy Family, Mary and Jesus and Joseph? Remember the words from Luke 2? The angel Gabriel was sent from God to a city of Galilee named Nazareth to a virgin espoused to a man whose name was Joseph of the house of David. And the virgin's name was Mary. And what happened that day, in a very unlikely scene in a tiny little town, Mary was informed by the angel that she was in a family way, we would say. The angel goes on, "Behold, you will conceive in your womb and bear a son, and you shall call his name Jesus." Mary protested, "That's not possible, Mr. Angel. After all, I'm a virgin," only to be informed that when God says things, they happen. Impossible, wonderful, incredible things happen, like being made a family. And so it was by the gracious choosing of a powerful God that 9 months later, Mary held baby Jesus. She was holding in her arms the one whose name was Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, and Prince of Peace. This Son of God, who was very much her son as well. And God had made them a family. God had given them to one another, and God made it work. In fact, Joseph could lean over the cradle, looking at the newborn, and say to Mary, "Behold, your son. Behold, your son." Those words come back with a dark and painful echo now, don't they? Behold, your son, says Jesus, referring to John, the disciple whom he loved. And in so doing, Jesus created a new family. In the midst of his agony and dying, Jesus is creating and giving and loving. That's what he came to do. This is what this text of ours teaches us today about Mary and John. Through the great sacrifice of God's love to Mary and John and to you and me, he is giving us his gifts. I think this poignant scene at the foot of the cross epitomizes the gospel message. God so loved the world that he gave John to Mary and Mary to John. God so loved the world that he gave himself to us because he loves us and forgives us. God so loved the world that he gave us to each other as we live together this side of eternity. And through this incredible gift of love, he has made us into a family, the family of God. Amen. Gary, we continue with the hymn verse. We continue with the prayer of the church. In Jesus Christ, God is with us, Emmanuel. We are never alone. Gathered together in his name, let us join in fervent prayer. That this congregation and the Christian church throughout the world may prove itself to be a fellowship of sisters and brothers, united in faith and hope and love, concerned about the welfare of all, let us join in fervent prayer. That people and nations may not live selfishly, but in communities God provides for us as our home, let us join in fervent prayer. That we may become instruments of help and healing for all who in their sickness or distress find themselves in need of kindly companionship, let us join in fervent prayer. That even in the midst of tears and loss, our eyes may be fixed on our heavenly home, our steps guided by the life-saving Spirit of God, and our hearts refreshed by the sweet hope of a blessed reunion with those we love, let us join in fervent prayer. Lord, remember us in your kingdom and teach us to pray. Our Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever and ever. Amen. The Lord bless you and keep you. The Lord make his face shine on you and be gracious to you. The Lord look upon you with favor and give you peace. You have been welcomed into the family of God.